Our guest, Simeon Ewi, is director of the World Bank Global Practice in Agriculture. He was one of the headliners of the 6th Brazil-Africa Forum held recently in Salvador de Bahia, a great connoisseur of both the strengths and difficulties of world agriculture. He preaches the sharing of knowledge and the implementation of innovative technologies. He answers the questions of François Baudet.
Simeon Ewi, bonjour.
Simeon Ewi, hello and welcome to Initiative Africa. You are the World Bank's manager of the Food and Agriculture Global Practice for Africa. This is the 6th Brazil-Africa Forum. Is it just another forum?
No, it's not just another meeting. As I see it, Africa and Brazil are very close.
Quand on regarde le point le plus avancé à l'est du Brésil,
from the easternmost point of Brazil to the west of Africa is a 4-hour flight. They are close in terms of distance, but far from each other in terms of international trade, and above all,
très éloignés en matière de commerce international, et surtout
in terms of agricultural exchanges.
Il serait très bon de voir comment on peut.
I'd like to see what we can do to develop agricultural exchanges between Brazil and Africa.
Entre le Brésil et l'Afrique.
Beaucoup de choses se passent sur l'agriculture, beaucoup d'institutions.
A lot of institutions showing ever greater interest with a lot of money being poured into the sector. What can be done to make better use of the billions?
C'est une question importante. Je dois dire que
This is an important issue, and I have to admit that colossal sums are required and that the money being invested is a drop in the ocean.
aux besoins. Parce qu'on parle des projets, les projets se passent dans des endroits spécifiques.
We talk about projects, but they are in very specific areas. But famine is widespread in Africa.
L'exemple est très large en Afrique. L'Afrique importe beaucoup d'aliments.
Africa imports a lot of food and agricultural productivity is very low.
Et donc, ce que nous finançons,
So our funding pales by comparison with the requirement.
Au niveau de l'efficacité
These investments goes, I have to say that the World Bank and the other financial institutions are sticklers when it comes to monitoring the use of the resources available.
le suivi de l'utilisation des ressources. Donc ces ressources sont bien utilisées.
These resources are channeled towards their intended beneficiaries. We are also at pains to make sure there is a correlation between what we are financing and what the countries themselves are contributing to the sector. We analyze public expenditure in various countries to see how the resources are used, and we evaluate the expenditure.
Diriger
Des évaluations.
des évaluations, voilà, de ces dépenses-là.
For example, we recently completed a study in reference to the Malabo 2014 declaration, where heads of state asked that each country spends at least 10% of its budget on agriculture in order to see which countries had managed to reach this target. But that does not show the efficacy of the use of these resources. You can spend 15%, but if it is badly spent, so we take that into account. And the finance ministries appreciate this because they get an idea of how their resources are being used. That is one of our criteria for attribution.
Ça fait partie de nos activités, de notre mission.
En tant que directeur à la Banque
As director of the World Bank Agriculture Sector, you have a privileged position as an observer. What are the main characteristics of the various continents, not just Africa, but Asia and Latin America as well?
Par rapport aux observations que nous avons, la croissance du PIB agricole.
Based on the observation we have made, I can say that Africa's agricultural GDP has grown by around 4%, higher than other regions.
Dans les autres régions, nous sommes au-dessous de cela. Donc, il y a des changements qui
So there are changes being made in Africa.
Ces changements ne sont pas partout.
Unfortunately, these changes are not shared by all. Countries like Ethiopia or Rwanda, for example, there have been changes in terms of agricultural development. But other countries face major challenges.
Agricoles. Par contre, il y a d'autres pays où il y a beaucoup de défis.
As I mentioned earlier, there is a falling agricultural productivity and a reluctance to apply recent technological advances in terms of research. That is a major problem. Questions concerning agricultural policies that could help promote private sector investment
à la promotion des investissements du secteur privé dans ce secteur souvent est un frein. Nous faisons à la Banque mondiale des analyses.
At the World Bank, we carry out analysis known as enabling the business of agriculture to identify the factors that prevent the private sector fully investing in the agricultural sector.
Mais quels sont les principaux atouts
And what are the main qualities of the various continents of Asia, Latin America and Africa? Do they have opportunities to share their know-how?
Leur expertise, les atouts, comment ça se passe?
Oui, en Asie, ils appliquent par exemple.
In Asia and Latin America, they use modern technology and a lot of irrigation.
Moderne. Oui, donc et beaucoup d'irrigation, surtout en Asie.
Especially in Asia.
Qui marche. En Afrique, par exemple, il y a très peu d'irrigation.
There is little use of irrigation in Africa. Irrigation is very expensive, roughly $10,000 a hectare. Now, how many countries can afford that?
D'autres systèmes de production qui vont permettre.
We will need to find other production methods that will be less affected by climate change.
Tout le monde ne peut pas faire l'irrigation à grande échelle.
Not everybody can have large-scale systems, so small-scale irrigation is an issue. The lack of water in Sahel countries is problematic, as is the reluctance to use new, efficient varieties.
Et puis aussi, le capital humain.
Then comes the question of human capital. Agricultural education in Africa is not on a par with other countries.
Par rapport aux autres pays.